By law, you can't import used cars into Thailand, which is a problem because I restore classic cars and I live on the outskirts of Pattaya. I'm Kevin and this is my garage. I run it with my wife Young and a mean A-team. I love cars more than I love cash, which gets me into a lot of trouble. But we still manage to restore these rust buckets into spanking new beasts.
I've been looking for a Camaro for a couple of years now, and as you know, there's sort of very few and far between about here in Thailand. Okay, how you going, mate?
All right, mate, you?
All right, well,
Yeah, so
I've just been looking about for a Camaro.
all right, mate.
Second generation, probably 1970, 73.
I'd have to check on the Camaro. It's not an easy car to find. Okay. Steve comes in and he asks for really quite a specific thing. He wants, you know, very on-the-nail body type of a Camaro. Give us a break. They made this car for 5 years.
The first Chevrolet Camaro came off the production lines in 1966 and soon became a big hit with its signature grille and tail lights. They snuck their way into Thailand during the Vietnam War when American GIs imported them from back home for a little escape from the war front.
Right, so this is a bit of an idea what I'm sort of looking at. Just a general era, yeah, 1970, 73, the round taillights and the round headlights in the front.
You know, to find the exact model, maybe just a bit of a tall order. Yeah, like you said, there's not so many, so it'd be nice if we could find you one.
Right.
Cheers, bud.
Sorry, fine, yeah.
All right then.
Right, okay.
I'll be in touch.
When Kevin needs to find rare classic cars in Thailand, there is only one man he turns to.
Hello ครับ
ฮัลโหลคุณโจครับผมอยากให้คุณหา Camaro ประมาณ69 ถึง 73 ครับ
9
ใช่ครับ
ครับโมเดลเข้าใจครับ
โอเค รีบหน่อยนะ โอเคบายบายครับ Joe, he's a ducker and diver. He's down every alley, every day. He will go everywhere, he will find one. And he's been doing this so long, he's got contacts all over. Nobody can find a car like Joe.
ฮัลโหลอลิสมีใครขายรถคาเมโล่มั้งป่ะเคยนึกรุ่นออกเปล่ามันเป็น2ประตูสปอร์ตนะเป็นเชฟโรเลตนะมีคนเขาบอกผมว่าที่เนี่ยมีเชฟโรเลตคาเมโล่
ไม่มีเห็นอยู่บ้านฝรั่ง
ขอบคุณมากครับผมก็ใช้ความคิดว่ารถเชฟโรเลตคาเมโลมันจะยังมีอยู่อีกเหรอมีก็มีมาเมืองไทยเนี่ยจำนวนน้อยมากแล้วคันนี้ครับแท้หมดนะโอ้โหดูขายให้
Back at the garage, the crew is working on a $95,000 replica of a 1965 Shelby Cobra.
The 427 Cobra was built by Carroll Shelby and it's a rare car. It's a huge power car. I would say off the top of my head it's going to be 500 horsepower. That's a lot of horses. I've wanted to build one of these, touch one of these cars my whole life.
When the 427 Cobra was first built in 1966, it was meant to be the fastest and meanest car on the road. Only 348 of them were built, starting a market for custom-made replicas of this monster. But with Kevin's customer just about to arrive for a fit-in, the crew hits a stumbling block.
มีปัญหาชัวร์
น่าจะทำพอดีใหม่ตึ้งเหยียบชนแล้ว
All I want to do really is to check how the car sits with the weight of the engine and the gearbox. But immediately I can see, oh my God, we got a problem. The engine we're going to fit is much bigger than this one. And yet now we're already into this much space to fit in our steering. I'm not really sure what we're going to do yet.
เยอะไปเอามาอีกเอามาอีก
If the customer doesn't fit into the Cobra, Kevin is in for a major overhaul.
Beautiful, that one.
If you want to have original, it's going to have a big guy.
When I was 17, I used to open up a magazine and I saw the Cobra. Fall in love with the car. At first I thought I was gonna import the car. Well, the new law is being enforced where you can't import any used car into Thailand. That's why I'm using car modification.
If you can just sit in the car for me and see how you feel about the space that we've got now. It's obviously still loose, but I'll just...
Okay, let's see. Oh,
Alright, okay. Here we go. Shall I try the wheel?
So do you feel like you've got enough room for driving?
I really doubt it. Really. I really doubt it. I don't think there's enough room here.
And he sits in it, he goes, oh, where can I put my feet? I'm like, it's a Cobra. What do you want? Again, what do you want? This is how the car was designed. We can cut away 2 inches or 1 inch.
That's your problem. You gotta solve it for me.
I will solve it. It's a small, low, sleeky car. There ain't much room for the driver. There never was. But we've got to make room somehow and keep the power and keep the engine. He's not making our job easy, this guy. I'm going to have to make this work.
Hello คุณเควิน
สวัสดีครับคุณโจหาหรือยังคามาโร่หาได้หรือเปล่า
ได้ครับ
ได้เหรอ
ครับ
So Joe calls me and he tells me, I've found you a Camaro. Well, first thoughts, it could be any model. You know, it's going to be the wrong body, it's going to be the wrong light. สวัสดีครับโอ้สบายดีอันนี้คุณหาคันนี้นะผมสบายจริงๆมันมีอยู่ไหมอยู่ชัวร์นะ
ชัวร์100%
โอ้โห Wow, it's the car. It's there. It's the Camaro, and it's not only the Camaro, it's the 73 Camaro with the right lights. โอ้โหมี2 ไฟด้วย And the right grille. I don't know where he digs them up. I don't know who he talks to. เก่งสุดยอดเก่งเบอร์หนึ่งชัวร์ I'm trying not to show that I'm so happy because his price is gonna go up. โทรแปะเลยดีมากเลย
มี power ได้แน่ เพราะดูจากตาคุณเควินมีความสนใจ สวยไหมคุณเควิน
สวยมากๆ I'm like a little boy. I'm all excited. I've got to have it. I've got to have it. นะไม่ต้องแพงนะเท่าไหร่
คุยได้ครับ
คุยได้เหรอจริง
1 million
เทียบนะเป็นล้าน ดูมันนะ
คันสุดท้ายเมืองไทยแล้วครับ
โอ้ยเธอเก่งเกินไปนะเป็นล้าน A rusty old car, $1 million. Is this how much he wants to take out of my pocket? The wife's going, you ain't taking that at $1 million. No way, we'll never make money.
ล้านหนึ่งเนี่ย เย
ได้
อะ
นะ
เยอะนะเควินล้านหนึ่งรถสภาพนี้นะ ไม่มีเครื่อง ตัดสินใจซื้อวันนี้ให้เงินวันนี้800,000ถ้าเขาได้ก็ได้ ถ้าเขาไม่ได้ก็คิดอีก
คุณเควินโอเค แต่คุณยองก็ต่อรอง
คุณโจขอจบวันเนี้ยเอาแบบ ไม่ต้องคุยกันยาวเลยนะ เอาแค่800,000วันนี้คือจบเลย
ดีโพสิตวันนี้
Deposit วันนี้
800,000
800,000
จบ
จบวันนี้
ขอคิดนิดนึง
ไม่ต้องเครียด มันร้อนมาก
โอเค ผมให้คุณ
ครับ
ขอบคุณครับ
โอเคครับ I wanted the car, and to be honest, I would have just paid the million.
ผมก็ตัดสินใจขายในราคาที่ตกลงที่ 800,000 เพราะว่ามีกำไรอยู่แล้ว และรถตัวนี้มันก็ได้กำไรสูง
Kevin has taken a gamble and paid $800,000 for the Camaro,
ระวังงูนะเวลาเอาอะไรออก
but he has yet to convince Steve to buy the car and give him the restoration job.
I reckon we've got exactly what you want. You ready?
Yeah, yeah. There you go, have a look at that.
You seen that, mate?
Hey,
What's that?
Camaro.
What do you think?
Looks, yeah, that's the one I'm looking for.
So Steve comes, and I know I've got absolutely exactly what he's looking for.
We got an engine?
No!
Hey, come on. All right.
You remember you wanted single light.
Yep, it's the right one, it's the right car, just got no engine in it.
And he says, where's the engine? And I'm like, oh, you can't be like that. We've got exactly what you want. We've got everything that you want. What more do you want?
Well, how much? What are you looking at? What's the price?
I need $1 million baht, mate.
Million?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's too much.
Are you
Especially
joking?
with no engine.
Oh, you're having a laugh, mate.
I'm probably looking at maybe 800 tops with an engine.
What? Oh, God, I wish I'd known that before. I bought it now. You won't move a bit?
No, 800 with an engine.
And he nails me. He gives me the same price that I pay for the car. I've got to get the restoration job. That way, at least I've got money for the guys. Now, if you shake my hand, that you reimburse me with what I've paid already,
Right.
you have to have the restoration done here.
Yep.
We'll make you a beautiful car. You'll get exactly what you want.
Okay, so what are we looking at for a restoration? What do you think price-wise?
Extremely difficult to say at this point.
Probably 2.2, 2.3 is probably as
Tight,
far as I
mate.
want to go.
I'll shake your hand at 2-3, mate.
Right,
Just help me.
2.3. Okay, sorted.
All right?
Deal.
We've definitely got a deal.
Yep, deal.
Well, he's hammered me. I've got to make that engine. I've got to make it within the deal. So, not easy.
Kevin has struck a deal for $74,000 for a restored Camaro. After paying $25,000 for the body, he has $49,000 to put in an engine and restore it to its original state.
Okay.
It's a risky maneuver. He's got no idea how much parts and labor are going to cost him.
Okay? ได้ไหมครับ
ได้ครับ
เอาออกทิ้งหมดครับ
And he has yet to break the news to his wife.
คุณยอผมทำดีลแล้วนะคามาโร่คิดยังไงอะซื้อ800,000
จะบ้าด้วยเนี่ย
ผมว่าเรามี
800,000ขาย800,000เนี่ยนะ
เขาจะทำที่นี่
เขาจะใช้เงินเท่าไหร่
ผมทำสูงสุดนะ2 ล้าน3ทุกอย่างอยู่นะ
ทำไมคุณไม่คิดเฉพาะค่าแรง ค่าที่เราใช้จ่าย
ไม่ต้องด่านะ
มันโอเคไหมล่ะ
ผมว่ามันโอเค ต้องเชื่อใจผมนะ ทุกครั้งเราโอเค
โอเค ลอง
Okay, so now I've got Young back on side, sort of, so long as I do pull it off. If I don't pull it off, I mean I'm really gonna get hammered. Yeah, deposit, mat jam.
เก่งนะ
Kevin has gambled to restore an engine-less Camaro before knowing how much parts and labor are going to cost him. To make some money back, he has called in his mate Scott to help refurbish an old engine.
There's three things that excites me. One is obviously beautiful women. Two is horsepower. The third we won't talk about. It's Viagra.
Scott is renowned as an extremely good engine builder. He knows everything, the way they work, the way they breathe. He's a clever guy. Can you see it there?
Yeah, I see it right up there.
The guy that sold me this engine is telling me that there's nothing wrong. It's a good engine.
If you can look right up there, you see where that,
Oh, I see it.
see where that skirt popped
Yeah,
off?
I see it. Oh shit, that's not so good. What is it? Piston?
It's the skirt of the piston.
Oh, there's a few pieces, mate.
Anything that breaks an engine is bad. I mean, it's not good.
So what do you think? I mean, what are we looking at? Are we going to have to replace the whole thing, the whole lot? Or?
Total rebuild. Money,
Money.
money.
Not so happy. But I'm looking at spending at least another $2,000 by the sounds.
At minimum.
So, before the opening of this engine, I have an idea that I'm going to spend $1,500, $2,000. And after Scott taking a look, I know now I have to spend at least another $2,000.
I've got a project. It's a 65 Mustang, actually a Mustang.
Okay.
Yeah. I really need some help, body work and paint done on it.
Well, you know we can do that.
Give me an estimate of what you think it's going to cost.
Scott has a car that he needs painting. I paint cars. He builds engines. I can feel a handshake coming on. I think maybe this is a godsend, mate. Maybe I need your assistance with this engine. I've got a big financial problem here. I think you are the man to help me sort this engine out, and I can paint your car.
Got a deal.
I reckon that's it.
Many, many things.
Scott needs a paint job for his 1965 Ford Mustang with a handmade 950 horsepower engine. He would pay $4,000 for it, but Kevin is throwing it in for free.
You remember Eleanor? Everybody remember Eleanor? Whatever, Eleanor was on Gone in 60 Seconds. So anyway, it's a movie, but the same dark gray with black stripes that didn't stand out too much.
The Mustang is a very important job for me and for Scott. Scott started this 12 years ago with his late father. The paint job had to be perfect. It had to gleam, it had to look like a Mustang. This gun is a piece of me. I paid £275 for this gun when I was 19 years old, 32 years ago. It's a piece of my hand. It's an absolute extension of me. When I squeeze that trigger, I know how the paint's flowing. I can feel it coming out. Absolutely feel it. If all guns were like this, all paint jobs would be like my paint jobs. I think what I learned at art school was more than anything about lines. And every car has lines all over, and that's what talks to me. A car is a 3D canvas. It's, you know, really it's an artist's dream.
Kevin has saved $2,000 by trading a paint job for an engine. But he still has no idea how much the Camaro is going to cost him to restore.
The problem in this situation was that I sold the car already, before we know how degraded its bones are. I've got no idea yet. So we rip the thing apart and we lay its bones out on a big white sheet. And now we can look and see what's good and what's not good, what we can use and what we can't use. there's a lot that's not good. From what I might.
ไม่มีใครทำกันแล้วสภาพรถแบบนี้ มันผุมากครับว่าคนไทยส่วนมากเขาจะทิ้งเลยขายเศษเหล็กอะไรประมาณนี้ครับ
All of the guys look up to Mai. Mai has been with me since day one. So I walk him around the job and I'm talking, I can see him looking as I'm talking to him as if, what are you talking about, Kevin? This is a pile. This is not a beautiful car. Okay, don't kid. ทุกอย่าง engine. The whole budget for this car is 2.3 million. I've got a problem with the engine. Luckily, Scott's around and he's going to help me. Gearbox. I reckon I've got 700,000 spare for labour fees. It won't make us rich. It will just mean that we're okay. We don't lose. That's the job.
With the paint on the Mustang done, Kevin has a surprise for Scott.
Scott's car is not the ideal car to be putting on the road here. I didn't want him to drive his car for the first time ever with 900 horsepower on a normal Thai road. So we pulled a few strings and we managed to get a local airfield.
Damn, you brought the whole team. I didn't know I was going to take it down an airstrip. How the hell did you get an airstrip?
We just pulled a few strings. ผมขอคุณจะเอาออกให้เขาดูรถครับ Here she is, your baby.
It was outstanding. Outstanding. I can't say it better than that.
I think Scott's emotions were quite high when he first saw the paint job. I think he was very happy. I think he really loved the car.
What the hell are we going to do if an airplane comes?
I don't know, mate. What do you think you're going to do?
Do a U-turn and get the hell out of here.
No, you just keep going, mate. You can race it.
Kevin, you're riding with, right?
Not a chance.
Come on.
Not a chance. I ain't getting in this thing. You're kidding me. You're kidding. I did not want to get in that car.
It's all safe. Come on. He didn't want to go inside. But if I had to do it, he had to do it. All right.
I'm going to fasten up tight, you know.
Yep. Fasten them up tight.
Long time ago, I went over 9 times. The engine block was snapped in half. My crash helmet was stuck in the roll cage. The moment I sat in that animal, Scott's Mustang, roaring and grunting, I just snapped straight back to the day.
Are we ready?
Okay, ready.
Just hit the start button.
Oh shit! Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Wow, okay.
I was just trying to hold on, man. What else can you do? You hold on and hope for the best. I'm so glad he had the airstrip there.
This really is the nightmare that I was just thinking about. Get me out of here! An absolute animal. That is too fast, too scary, and I don't want to do it again.
A lot of testing and tuning needed. I'm shaking.
I'm shaking.
How are you
Absolutely,
feeling?
Really shaking, really shaking.
I do have to thank him. Yeah, and I did. I have many times. So I thank him for the great paint job. I'm going to help him build engines. We're going to work together closely.
You're a cool guy.
Thank you, buddy.
You're a cool guy. And that's a cool. This car is a special car, and this guy is a special guy. And the reason for building the car was a special reason. For that reason, I am so happy that, we finished the car.
The Cobra misalignment has set Kevin back 3 weeks and $4,000. He painted the 1965 Mustang for free but got an engine for the Camaro in return, allowing him to save $22,000.
To finish the job for me is absolutely what the whole thing's about. We pass it over to the owner. It's like being a grandfather with a new baby, You can play and then you give it back to the mother. Not for me to take care. From now on, it's yours.
Kevin will keep his garage running for one more day of adventures.